All right, everybody. I'd like to welcome to Head Kick Audio. I got a stud right here. This man is a beast. I got Chance Ikei, who's going to be competing over at RUF 42 at the Celebrity Theater in downtown Phoenix on July 31st. Now, I'm just going to start right here. I called your first fight, man, and I was thoroughly impressed. You got a win and a finish over a good friend of mine, Matt Sasweta. A fight of the night. I go back and watch it often. Let me just get it all out there, right? I go back and I watch this fight often. It was a very, very entertaining, bloody battle, and just give me all of that, like 24/7. I'm down.
Absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, thank you to my opponent, Matt. Thank you for the fight and the opportunity. It was a very exciting point in my career. Obviously, I was transitioning from a wrestling background and then transitioning into MMA. So, that was very exciting. Got a lot of family and friends to come out and support, so it was a great time, great experience. It kept me hungry for the next. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we had a little setback, but yeah, it didn't stop a lot of us. It didn't stop me from working. So, I spent a lot of time in the gym, and I'm ready for the next one.
Absolutely. And I don't want to talk about the fight too much because that was over a year ago. It's in the past, and I'm sure like now you're probably just that much better, right? But it was your first fight coming over from wrestling, and a lot of fighters get their start in wrestling, right? And it's just one of the natural progressions. You can go the Olympic route, professional wrestling, or MMA, or just combat sports in general, right? But MMA seems to be the one that wrestlers really gravitate towards. Now, talk to me about the transition. I know Pops is heavily involved. He's kind of a wizard at what he does, right? Okay,
Yeah.
got a lot of love for Pops, and he's helped me. So, definitely got to give him some props there. But talk to me about the transition and then like the nerves and everything going into the fight with Sasweta.
Absolutely. The transition was, I grew up a little bit of a background of myself. I grew up doing a little bit more martial arts. Like I started off with jiu-jitsu as a kid. And then I started off a little bit of mess around with some Muay Thai classes, some boxing, just as a kid. And then I transitioned to wrestling and only did that. So when I came back, it was a little bit easier for me to transition back just because I had prior experience. Again, big shout out to my coaches, Eddie Cha, Santino DeFranco, Alan Veers, Angel Cejudo. That they really helped me transition and help that transition go real smooth, breaking down things and really, staying hard on me, but, giving me that confidence. All right, you're ready to go and do this.
Okay, and speaking of the team, how involved were they in this fight in particular? Because you're fighting, I already forgot the guy's name, and that's not really that important because this is your interview, not his. But is it still the same team that you started with, or have there been a couple new wrinkles? Or talk to me about.
No, it's been the same solid team. Those coaches. We have a solid core there at Fight Ready. We try and treat it as a family. We have a good camaraderie with each other. So, team's going strong, going solid. We'll have a few guys come in and out. As far as like other athletes like Patricio or Henry will come and teach some stuff along the way. But other than that, that main coaching group is our solid core.
Okay, and Fight Ready, I mean, you guys got to be on a pretty big high right now because the man, Roman El Gallito Salazar, he picked up a body shot KO at our last card, man. And it was a bloody affair. It was a pretty good fight up until that finish. And then, boom! I mean, the dude got away with murder. So are you going to ride that high into this fight?
I'm gonna ride how I'm feeling. Of course, I'm gonna use that Fight Ready win to my advantage, and ride that momentum. But again, I gotta step away from that. This is my fight. Now it's time for me to focus on me and what's in front of me. That's a little past me.
Now, your coaches are, pretty big in this game. What type of advice are they giving you along the way that's really like making a difference?
I think the biggest thing for me that everyone learns differently, and the biggest thing for me that I feel is, they're allowing me to find a path that is the best route for me, So I'm getting all this input from all these amazing coaches and friends and teammates, and they're allowing me to funnel it myself to where, okay, hey, I kind of like doing this, or I kind of like, I feel I hit this better due to either whether it be my body or, so be it. But the free realm of being able to go and do my own thing, and then being supportive of it, that is my biggest push. That gives me the biggest confidence. This is my fight, this is my style. So, for you guys to support me that way and really believe in my style and myself, is the biggest motivator for me.
Now, again, with that time off, obviously you've had, a lot of time to improve, right? So, I was already salivating at the thought of getting to see you fight again, right? But what can fans expect this time out? Because I'm sure the game is just, leaps and bounds from where you were over a year ago.
Yes, sir. One thing the fans can expect, I'm going to bring a show just like I did last time. I'm sure my opponent's going to try and do the same as well. I think one thing to look out for, is there's going to be a different fighter out there, one physically, mentally, and spiritually, I felt like I've kind of come together as a whole, really been picking as many brains as I could. So, you're going to start to see something of a big start. So I'm excited for it.
Okay, now 1-0 as an amateur, looking to go 2-0 on July 31st here at RUF 42. Now, how long do you think you're going to continue as an amateur before you make the jump to pros? Because let me explain something to the listeners, okay? Let me explain. All right. What we got in front of us here is a beast. Physically, the man is a specimen. Okay, for a guy to go out there in his amateur debut and look as good and as crisp as this guy, especially with all the nerves. I remember my first fight, I almost pissed my pants. I was so fucking terrified. And this kid comes in and makes it look easy. Okay, so I mean, you said that you're going to look better physically. I don't know how you topped the last time out because, man, you are one thick 35er. But what I forget my question. I was building it up and I lost it in there somewhere. Where was I going?
Well, first you were just talking about like how my physique.
I remember now. How long are you going to stay an amateur before you go pro? Because you're pretty much fucking there.
That's gonna be, there's some talks, but that's gonna be more of a personal choice as well as a team choice along with my coaches. I rely just as much on them as everything else. So I believe, my goal is to get a few more amateur fights. It's tough to get a amateur fight now, so I might be trying to go either some kickboxing routes or Muay Thai or even just straight boxing and kind of get some of those nerves out that way, and then kind of just follow, as the path goes. And when the time is ready, the time will be ready. But, the sooner the better. But again, I'm not in a rush,
I understand what you're saying, and it's always tough, right, to decide when to make that jump, right? Because you're already with a badass team over at Fight Ready. You have some of the best brains in the world, some of the best athletes in the world. You've got guys that have held, more than one title in the biggest organization in the world. You got guys that have, headlined Bellator events literally like 7 days out across the world. You know what I mean? So you have a really, really, really solid team and a solid foundation over there at Fight Ready. And I was just curious as to, what your thoughts were. And if you had it your way, like, are you thinking if you can keep up, maintaining this type of pace, if you would rather go pro, like, let's say your goal for the end of 2021 is to be 3-0, and then middle of next year go pro, something like that after going 5-0, maybe something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like that sounds actually kind of like what I've sort of been thinking in my head. And, I've given myself a window from the start of my MMA career to where I would like to be. And, things are moving a lot faster than I anticipated, which is also a good thing. But yeah, I would say within a year, maybe a year and a half, depending on, everything like I had mentioned. So, but yeah, look forward to being closer to a year, hopefully. But as it goes, it'll come.
All right. And I think the reason why you're having a problem finding fights is, have you seen your last fight? I mean, I hate to go back to the well, but have you seen your last fight, man? It was fucking badass and scary. Scary. I don't know how Sasweta put up with, everything you threw at him for as long as he did. I mean,
Tough.
pretty incredible stuff. And
Yeah.
you want somebody to sign on the dotted line just to have that done to them? I mean, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's asking a lot, buddy. That's asking a lot.
Yes. No, well, I'm thankful for the opponents that do, thankful for every opportunity, thankful to RUF, for you guys holding these events. So without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do any of it.
And is RUF the type of organization that you would like to grow with, even as you turn pro?
Oh, absolutely. Like you had mentioned earlier, Roman Salazar had fought on the last recent card, and so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna follow the path that takes me to wherever, but I see that RUF, has the road to one now, and I've always been interested in the one. So if that's what the deal is, that's what the deal is, and let's do it together.
Absolutely, man. And again, as your commentator, I get to, I was telling the last guy that I have the best seats in the house aside from the ref. Like, he's the only one with better seats than me and Ed West. So it's going to be fun, man. We're about a week and a half out from the event. So I'm sure all the hard work is behind you. Right now, it's about, getting to 35 and, staying focused, staying sharp, all that stuff. But I want to talk about after the fight, right? Because after the referee raises your hand and the announcer says your winner, Chance Ikei, I want to know, what are we having to celebrate as a victory meal? That's what I want to know.
Well, we're having to celebrate. My favorite food is pizza. I plan to go out to anywhere with my family and friends. I'm gonna have pulling in a big group of friends and family here. So I'd love to celebrate with everyone, and doesn't really matter honestly, but pizza would probably be the top of the list, or maybe even some pasta with like a steak or something like that.
Well, I like the pizza route as a treat to yourself, man. And what are you topping this pizza with?
Oh, I'm a meat guy. I'll meat, pepperoni, sausage, whatever you can throw it on it, I'll eat it. Not a pineapple guy though, so don't put pineapple on my pizza.
Yeah, there's only I only like pineapple on a thick crust, and I don't even really like thick crust. So that's not the only time that you'll catch me with a my daughters, they like pepperoni and pineapple, not ham and pineapple. They like pepperoni and pineapple. They're my kids, so it makes sense that they're weird. But hey, it is what it is, right? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. So, as a celebratory victory meal, pizza is one of the biggest go-tos. Now, just as important, there are two things. Okay, two. What are we washing the pizza down with? Okay, and then second, let's talk about dessert.
A dessert. Oh, okay. Let's see. Washing it down. I am of age, but I'm not a big drinker. So I'm more probably like a juice guy, maybe. I might have some juice, or even just maybe like sweet tea. I'm a sweet tea guy. And then as far as dessert, man, I gotta go with some ice cream. Ice cream that's gotta hit the spot. Cool the body down after a long night. It'll be good. It'll be great. And chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, that's the flavor?
Mint chocolate chip, yeah.
Chocolate chip, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got these badass shorts. I might wear them to weigh-ins. I think I might have worn them to the last one too. But the color of the shorts is the color of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, the green, like the mint green,
Yeah, so I'll probably sport those. It's my favorite pair of shorts anyway, so I like showing them off. But that's what one of the guys at work said. He's like, "Hey man, where did you get those shorts?" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking, Walmart, whatever." And he's like, I said, "Do you like them?" He goes, "No, I love them. They are mint green, like chocolate, mint chocolate chip ice cream, like that mint green. I'm like, well, that's why I bought them. They reminded me of ice cream, man.
I'll be looking for the fans then.
Right now, yeah, because I hopefully won't have all this. I'm wearing the beanie because I'm looking a little like Sasquatch over here, and I'm trying to be presentable for my guy, on the other side of this phone. So forgive the scruff.
Better than what I have. I got nothing. This is 23 years. It's not in my gene pool.
Well, I'd let you borrow some of mine, but it's red, and I don't think it would look too good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all right. Okay, so now the pace, right? Let's get back to MMA, right?
Yep.
The pace that we want to keep. RUF has cards every month throughout the rest of the year, and if we are staying with RUF, how soon would you like to get back to action? Obviously we have to think about the damage that we accrue in the fight, and obviously finding an opponent is a struggle for you. We've already covered why. Okay, so when do you think that you would like to get back to action?
Realistic, or like, let's see, coming out healthy of the fight, ideally I would like to be in as soon as possible. Maybe within that, I know that couple of weeks might be a short shot, so maybe like give myself like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, somewhere around there, and then anything further than that, I'm gonna be ready for. But short notice, come out healthy, definitely about 6 to 8 weeks. I think if it all falls into plan, I'll be ready to go.
Okay, now memory is not something that is too great inside of this skull, right? So, but I do remember, at your last fight, standing next to you, and I think we're about the same height, or I'm a little bit taller. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
You're 5'6"?
Yes.
Okay, 5'7" on a good day. You know what I'm saying? So that must have been a good day, right? So is there any plans? Let's talk about weight for a second here. And I know you're trying to get down to 35, and you're a professional, so I'm sure the cut is going perfect, right?
Yep.
Now, is there any desire to move up or down?
Definitely. Actually, this fight is not at 135. It's actually at a catchweight at 130.
Are you going down to my favorite division, buddy?
I'm down. I'm down to go down. That's a plan. That's been the plan since I started MMA. So, 125 is gonna be my weight class, and I'm making my way down. Weight cut's going great. I feel great. Feel strong. Still fast. So, we'll see how I perform on the 31st, and that'll tell everything.
Well, I'm not lying. I'm not bullshitting you. The flyweight division is my favorite division. When I was competing, had they had that division around, I'd have been fighting at 125.
Yeah.
Because much like yourself, I am a small dude. I'm way smaller than you, even right now. I mean, look at your guns, man. You're thick for a little man.
Yeah. I try. A lot of hard work,
Yeah, obviously. And you wear it pretty well. So, obviously, if flyweight is, the prime weight class for you, I'm more than happy to call your fights a flyweight for sure. But as you get older, do you think you'll revisit bantamweight and maybe featherweight?
Oh, absolutely. I plan to go down and then work my way back up. So I want to get to 125 kind of earlier in my career and see how that goes. Move up to bantamweight and then move up to 45 if need be. But I'm looking to take over. So.
For sure, and I think you are well on your way, sir. Well on your way. Do you have a fight prediction or an outcome that you would prefer in this upcoming fight over at RUF 42?
I'm looking for the finish. But I'm also looking out there to see my improvements from my last fight. I'm looking out there not only to go and brawl, but I'm looking how well I've improved, how much I've gained knowledge mentally, and the reason I say that is because there's going to be levels to this, amateurs, you see a lot of da, 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 and then you get to the pros and then it's like real slowed down. It's real, like tactical. And so, I'm working my way there, but yeah. So that's the only thing. So I kind of forgot what I was talking about in mid sentence.
Hey, that's okay, because that happened to me earlier.
Rubbed
So
off
I
on rubbed off on me.
Ah, man. Well, maybe you can catch some of this. If I'm rubbing off that on you, maybe you can get some fuzz. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
All right, man. Well, look, again, a week and a half. You're gonna have a fighter code that when people go to purchase the pay-per-view, they can type this in, and of course, you know, a portion of their pay-per-view buy is gonna go straight into your wallet. Right? That was probably bad. That looked like it was going in your butt. That's not what I meant, ladies and gentlemen. Look at. I have a wallet in my back pocket, just so everybody knows. We're not going that route here. But I know your fighter code, but my listeners and viewers, they don't. So go ahead and tell them your code.
Fighter code is CIKEI, all capitals. First initial and my last name spelled IKEI.
Okay, and then also for my listeners and followers, where can they follow you on social media?
Social media, Instagram, you can follow me at lowercase IK letter or number 3 I underscore chance. Again, one more time, it's at IK3I underscore chance on Instagram. So give me a follow. I love the support and appreciate all you guys. Thank you all.
Absolutely. Everybody was relishing the chance to get on Team EK. Now, check this out. For those of you that couldn't follow that trust me, I will put it in the description of this video so that you can copy and paste. Don't worry, I've been there myself, okay? But I'm very excited to call your second fight. That means for your entire career thus far, I've been the fucking guy calling your fights, and that makes me very excited, okay? So I'm very much looking forward to seeing EK 2.0, if that's where you know we're going with this. You bring a fucking just devastating fight. I mean, really, that's the only way to put it, man. You're a mean little dude in the cage. Outside of the cage, you're a nice dude. I like you. Inside the cage, I'm trying to climb the fuck out. Okay.
Yeah.
Get me out of there. I don't even want to be you know, one of the ring announcers or anything while you're in there. Ref? Nah. You can't catch me ref in your fights, buddy. I want to be on the other side of the cage where it's safe. And I have my M&Ms.
Thank you.
Okay. So before I let you go, okay, because I want to give you a chance to do some shout outs. So take as long as you'd like, coaches, training partners, sponsors. I don't care. Take the floor.
All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you, brother, for having me on this show. Again, thank you to RUF for hosting another show for me to put on. And then first, you know, I got to thank my teammates over at Fight Ready. I got to thank the gym. I got to thank Dave Zowine, the whole Zowine family, for supporting us over there at Fight Ready. Again, my coaches, Santino, DeFranco, Allen, Angel Cejudo, Eddie Cha, as well as my father, Chance Ikei. You know, he's my strength and conditioning coach, as well as my hardware. I hold my whole family. And then, you know, all my teammates. And then a big special thank you to Iridium Sports Agency. You know, they took me under their wing. I'd like to thank Infinity Fitness, Lynn Shares at ETJ, Wellbiss, again, for my roll-on, CBD, stuff like that. Keeping my body healthy, Recovery Club, as well as you know, everybody that is going to be watching on that night. So
now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, right? Okay,
yes,
this is why everybody loves EK, right? Because the man, he's a professional. He shows up, he makes weight, and he puts on an exciting ass fight. Okay, he's good with the media. That's what this is, right? I'm media sometimes. Okay, we'll put quotations around that because this really isn't fucking media, right? But he's charming. He's good looking. He's athletic, but he's also a man that puts butts. This time I'm pointing to my butt. A man that puts butts in the seats. Okay, this man is a draw. This man is a killer. This man is probably the next big thing to come out of Arizona MMA. So I am lucky to be able to call both of your fights. And I look forward to being able to call a couple more before, one of these, UFCs, PFLs, Bellator scoops you up. And then I'll be sad. I'll get to watch from my TV, but I'll be sad.
Yes. Thank you so much, brother.
All right. So, again, Chance Ikei, he's going to be competing at RUF 42. This is his second amateur fight. He's looking to go 2-0. It's the 31st of July over at the Celebrity Theater in downtown Phoenix. Again, week and a half away. I am stoked. I will see you at weigh-ins, and then I get to call your fights, which just makes me happy. So I'm stoked, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys. Again, follow me, please, and follow my journey. I appreciate all the love and support. God bless you all.
100%, man. We'll talk soon, okay?
Yes, sir.